rainy. So I thought the song really starts with the verse, but I would like to sing all together while we have this in our mind. So let's start with the chorus, and then we'll go on to the verse, and I'll kind of guide you through it. I won't let you get lost.
Susan, before we take off with that, I just want to note that we're now live on Facebook and give a big welcome to all of the folks joining us on Facebook. Labor Heritage Week here with the Daily Antidote of Song. Elise, Bryant, Executive Director of the Labor Heritage Foundation, with us here this whole week. And our featured song leader today is Susan McNelis. Some of you may know her as Oh Susanna, but we're so glad to have her here with us today leading some songs.
I am so glad that we got the Facebook thing streaming so we can say hi to everybody out on Facebook. Hi there. So we're going to sing along the chorus of this song that's called Rainy Year that I wrote to sing today. And we're going to sing the chorus 3 times, so you will be able to figure it out by the last chorus. So here we go. We get up with the birds, chase the sun across the sky, long past the rising of the moon. We're working hard just to get by. Okay, here's the chorus. Are you ready? With a little luck and a lot of love, we patched it all together, holding our heads up. We saved for a rainy day without fear, but it has been a very rainy year. Used to have steady work, but now we come when you call. Keep our masks on all day long. United stand, divided fall. Are you ready for the chorus again? Here we go. Still, with a little luck and a lot of love, we patched it all together, holding our heads up. We saved for a rainy day without fear, but it has been a very rainy year. Got a little bridge for you. Broken faith, broken hearts, for the ones we could not save. Oh, the acres of flowers, over 500,000 graves. Drifting uncertain times, tossed on uncharted seas. Now we have to ask for help just to get the basic things we need. Are you ready for the last verse? It's just a little different. We need more than luck and a lot of love, but we'll patch it back together, pull ourselves back up. Let's sing that line one more time, a little bit louder. Yes, we'll patch it back together, pull ourselves back up. Save again. Save again for a rainy day without fear. Pray it's not another rainy year. Pray it's not another rainy year. Pray again. Pray it's not another rainy year. One last time. Pray it's not another rainy year.
Yay!
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you,
everybody.
Susan.
Thanks.
Beautiful.
Wow. And you said that wasn't a singable chorus. I'd like to lovingly disagree with you. It's a beautiful chorus. It's totally singable.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad it was singable because this song just wanted to be sung.
For those of you who may have missed this, Susan wrote that song specifically for us for today.
And I see some people like Deborah, like me, have the tissue out because it's a beautiful, moving song. And I don't know, I haven't heard anything better to sum up the year of 2020 that we all just went through together. So thank you, with love.
Thank you. You're so welcome. It took me a long time to be able to sing it after writing it. I lost my dad to COVID, and so that was a big part of the song, just kind of breaking open and letting stuff out, and then trying to find a way to heal and let the scarring make you stronger.
Gotcha. So, Susan, how long have you been singing and doing not just the traveling musician, but like, when did you discover that you really were a singer?
Well, my family used to sing in the car.
Aha!
We used to travel quite a bit. We didn't have any money, so so we would bring our tent and go on vacation all across the country. And unfortunately, my sister got car sick very easily. So we started to sing as a way to distract her from not feeling well. And the first songs that I learned to sing were songs that were favorites of my parents. And we learned to sing in harmony. So we would sing "Shine On Harvest Moon." That was one of my favorites. And that's when I started to sing, and I sort of kept it up through the whole time. I've been in a lot of different choruses, and then in the 80s, bands. I recently found some photographs of myself with the most amazing hair colors and styles from the 80s.
I saw a couple of those.
Oh, I don't know
Fabulous.
where they were.
Absolutely fabulous.
Did not even recognize myself, but so I've been doing it for a long time. And then after my son was born, I started singing for children. At that time there were not that many children's artists who were out there. There was Raffi, and there was Kathy and Marcy, who were a big influence on what I started to do. And so I started to sing for kids, and it was so wonderful because you would just get the energy of the children who were ecstatic to sing "Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star" again. They were happy every time to sing familiar songs. I think that it made them feel safe, knowing that this is the song and it's going to have this ending and we're able to sing it. And it was a lot different than singing in the bars where people were, they were engrossed in their own thing and you were sort of in the background. But for a child, it was really wonderful. And I also had to learn that whatever happened was going to happen, and that your audience was going to at some point get up and run around, and if you would get up and run around with them, then that would have made it even better. So, and it wasn't until the DC Labor Chorus that I started to sing with grown-ups again. And I have to tell you, I first heard the DC Labor Chorus at Cedar Lane Unitarian Universalist Church, and it was the weekend of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday, and we were having at the church what we called the Spirit Experience. And that year, the Spirit Experience was the DC Labor Chorus. And Steve Jones, who is the kind of the musical arranger and composer and pianist, and he's just an all-around amazing person. He also went to Cedar Lane too, so I knew him. And the chorus is singing, I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside. And then they have a verse where we're gonna shake hands around the world. Remember shaking hands?
Right.
Wow. Wow. And the chorus comes down off the altar area and comes out to the church. And I'm standing up and I'm clapping my hands, and Elise Bryant comes over to me and she shakes my hand, and this bolt of electricity runs from her hand all the way up my arm, through my neck, into my head, and just kind of like poofs out the top. And I'm kind of looking around to see if there's any smoke. So I got the Elise Bryant experience, and I don't mean to embarrass you, Elise.
Like, I've never heard this story before.
This is
Thank you.
and all of you who are here in the Washington D.C. area will can have your chance to have the Elise Bryant experience. Elise does not see you as you see yourself, or even as other people see you. She sees you as the wonderful, brilliant person that you could be, every inch of your potential, and she sees that in you as if it is already you. And she makes you believe it. So it's a wonderful and incredible experience to be in the DC Labor Chorus. And anyone who is in the DC area, and right now we are rehearsing every Monday night online, so you could have your chance to have the Elise Bryant experience. And in fact, we have a concert coming up on Saturday night on Zoom, and we are going to be, each of us, leading a song. So it's a sing-along concert. It's like it is here. Everybody has their chance to, stay muted, because there's no way that a chorus can sing online together due to the lag in the computers. But you'll have your chance, just like here, to sing along with us. And I have to tell you that every single member of the chorus turned into a soloist and song leader, which was an amazing experience for many people. Again, they were achieving a potential that they hadn't even thought of, and in fact were against. A lot of people didn't want to be there and sing all by themselves. I was working with somebody from the chorus yesterday who had a lovely backing track that Steve had played a piano for her, and she had gotten a friend of hers to play fiddle on this track, and she couldn't get it to sound while she was leading her song. So we got on Zoom, and nothing really worked. So she had to call me back again. We had got on Zoom again, and she figured out a way to have the song come through her iPhone, to put her iPhone in a dock. And then we found a specific place where she could place the dock so that you could hear the backing track. And it wasn't completely clear. It was the places where it was kind of echoey. There were places where it was kind of feeding back just the tiniest bit. But I got the impression that those instruments were playing in a mine, at the bottom of a mine shaft. And her song was about what happens to a family when a mining company buys their land.
Mm.
And she doesn't sing the song. She tells you the story while the music is playing. And it was so powerful that I completely broke down in tears.
Wow.
So
Wow.
anybody can do it. You have it inside you to do it. That's one of the things that I learned, and it's one of the great things about our concert on Saturday night is seeing how everybody has worked this out.
Beautiful. Susan, thanks so much for sharing that first song with us. You mentioned that you had another song you might share with us today.
I do.
You've, as I understand, written your own version of America the Beautiful?
Yes. Last summer, during, after George Floyd and the beginning of the Black Lives Matter movement, well, I'm thinking about something that Peggy was talking about yesterday. She said there are protest songs that you sing with the protesters standing in the line, and you're all singing together, and you're building up your bond, and you're doing that. And then there are protest songs that you sing when a group of people needs to be moved toward a goal from a center point. And I wrote this version of America the Beautiful when people were saying to me, I don't understand Black Lives Matter. All lives matter. So I thought, okay, these people need to have a little nudge in order to get closer and see what's really going on here. So I wrote this song for them. I wrote 3 verses, and each verse ends, Black Lives Matter too. So I hope you'll sing with me again. I'd like to start this by singing the original first verse to the song, Oh Beautiful for Spacious Skies. And then maybe if you would hum along with me, just feel that in your throat. So let's sing the first verse together. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains' majesty, across the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Now will you hum with me? Oh, beautiful, the justice road, in places big and small. We march, we ride, we sing, we strive, equality for all. American democracy is not just for the few. The rest of us will fight for justice. Black Lives Matter too. Oh, beautiful diversity, protesting in the street. Every color, gender, age is crying, I can't breathe. created equal, each of us, our nation's founding truth. All blood is red, too much is shed. Black lives matter too. Now maybe if you would sing ooh, oh beautiful, the right to vote, let it not be suppressed. The common good of common folk no longer be oppressed. If there's no justice, there's no peace, but both we can pursue. Arise, awoke, and cast your vote like Black Lives Matter too.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sister.
Thank you.
That's incredible. I don't know about anybody else. I had a hard time humming and listening at the same time. So at some point I just had to stop humming to hear the words because they were so powerful.
Thanks. And I keep thinking, the election's over. We won't have to sing that again. And now all these voter suppression laws are trying to be passed.
Alrighty. So Joe, you want to take us out?
Yeah, Susan, that was just stunning. Absolutely stunning bit of songwriting there. Holy cow. Thank you so much for joining us today. Our guest today, Susan McNelis. This is Labor Heritage Week with the Daily Antidote of Song. Elise Bryant, the Executive Director of the Labor Heritage Foundation, with us here all week as co-host. And we're so glad to be here. Joe Rossi, Daily Antidote of Song, Carpe Diem Arts, Washington Rebels kicking this off over a year ago and keeping the torch lit and now passing it off to Carpe Diem Arts. And there's going to be a whole slew of other partnering hosts over the arc of this year, including some of the community choirs that have had members showing up. And so please stay tuned for that. But the rest of this week through Sunday is Labor Heritage Week. We've got Lucy Murphy and Stephen Peter Jones, Wyra Forster, and Maria Dunn joining us yet this week. And again, Susan McNelis, thank you so much. Oh, Susanna, her stage name, and you can find her music online. You can find out more about the Labor Heritage Foundation online, the Great Labor Arts Exchange, the annual gathering hosted by the Labor Heritage Foundation. Is coming up the third week in June, and because it doesn't involve plane tickets, all of you can join in and participate in that. Go to the Labor Heritage Foundation website or Google the Great Labor Arts Exchange and it'll pop up. And Elise, can you give us just a brief snippet about how people can find the DC Labor Chorus concert this weekend?
Yes, we're on Facebook, DC Labor Chorus, and go to our Facebook page and registration's right there. And you can and it's free. Donations are welcome, but actually we just want to sing with everybody. So please join us.
Beautiful. Thanks so much, Joe. Hand it over to you.
Thank you so much, Joe Jencks, Elise Bryant, and Susan McNelis. That was absolutely stunning. I'm going to say goodbye to everybody on Facebook Live. Thank you so much for being with us